This protocol is going to show you how to quickly quantify foci using the Fiji or ImageJ software. The protocol is very useful for counting gamma H2AX foci, or in this case, I'll be showing you the quantification of radar foci. The first step is to download the Fiji or ImageJ software. This is a free software provided by the NIH. Links to the downloads are given in the written protocol, or a simple Google search will be able to identify them to be able to download. So after you've downloaded the program, open it, then you want to go to File, Open, and choose an image to analyze. So I've selected my image here, it's open. The first image that you opened, you want to make sure that you have a set scale bar that you've captured from the microscope that you've taken your image. In this example, I do not have one here, but we'll pretend that I have one along the bottom here. So it's important to do this because you want to be able to set your area that you'd like to calculate for the given foci. And with this, you could calculate the amount of foci per area. So in this example, so we'll first select the line tool here. As if there were a scale bar along the bottom, you would draw a straight line to match that exact scale bar. So for example, we'll just set this at 200 here. You can see the length along the top. Then from this step, you will then go to set the scale. So you'll want to go to Analyze, Set Scale, and you can see here that the 200, the distance in pixels, is already entered. Your known distance is whatever the scale bar is from the microscope image that you've taken. So in this example, we'll say it's 100, and the units would be micrometers. So you put in your units, and you select OK. Next, you'll want to draw the area that you want to calculate. So there are a few options here along the top. There's the rectangle drawing tool, the oval, the polygon, and the freehand selection. For this example, I'll be using the rectangle. So when you click the rectangle, you can start to draw the image that you'd like to calculate. So I'd like to encapsulate or quantify the entire liver in this image. And as you draw the rectangle, you can see the W, or the width, and the H, the height, are displayed on the top. So for this, it will be about 762 for the width and 665 for the height. From that, you can then multiply those to get your total area that you've calculated. Next, if you want to save this area for consistency to the next image to calculate the same area, what you do is you go to the Analyze tool again, or Analyze, then you go down to Tools, and you go to ROI Manager. So this will then show ROI Manager here, and you want to click Add with the T there. So this is the area that you've drawn now, and for future use, you'd want to highlight this, then click Rename, and in this case, I will call it Radar Liver Foci. You can then save this, so go under More, Save, and save this to a file that you can easily access to recreate that exact distance that you've calculated on previous images. So I'll click Save, and now that we've got the area here, it's time to calculate it. So the next is to go to, Process, then Find Maxima. So you have your Find Maxima window here. You can actually move the ROI Manager over. So now this is the amount, or the specific foci that you're going to be calculating. So the prominence here. So to highlight the number, or to see the number of foci that you're counting to get a somewhat accurate count, you would go to Preview Selection. As you can see, 10 is an extremely high expression. So you'd want to decrease this starting out with, let's say, 100. So adding in 100 here, you can see the point selection is good, but it hasn't quite captured all of them. So for a rough estimate, let's move this down to 50. This may be a little high as you see some of the overlapping targets here. So I'll maybe reduce this to 75. So this looks pretty good. It gives you the pre-value here, the total amount or points of 2,285 maxima. Next, you can click on the point selection here and actually click count. And if you click OK, this will pop up a separate window for results. Now you have your total count there. This number can then be exported to by clicking right-clicking and clicking copy, and you can simply copy paste this into an Excel or GraphPad Prism file folder, and which you can then create graphs and analyze your data. Again, this is not a highly sophisticated method of calculating foci, but it does a very good job of quickly analyzing and getting a quick count or quantification for foci.